and they will give all of that. But this kind of people, they are different. Destiny's helper, they don't come normal. Normal people will give you $1, give you 50 cents. But destiny helpers are abnormal people. When they come, they do abnormal things. They do something nobody has ever done. They appear from nowhere, give you an address. That address takes you to a new job. They appear from nowhere and give you direction. You never meet them again. You don't even know them. But it takes you to the next dimension of life. They show up in your life unarranged. And they do an assignment in your life and disappear. And you may never see them again, but they have done what they are supposed to do. They are called destiny helpers. And for you to advance to destiny fulfillment, you must look into the spirit and be connected for God to take you from one level to another. In my early 20s, I feel the call of God in my life. I've gone down to the University of Boya. For those of you who know, I am there, but I know that God has called me to do something very serious. And the life down at that university, a lot of distractions, a lot of kind of things. But I had passion. My goal was to preach the gospel. And I'm sitting there. I'm wondering what is going on. And by the grace of God, I went back on one of the holidays back home. And I happened to stumble at a Christian library. As I walked into the library, I saw, a magazine, looks like a newspaper, gospel magazine. It attracted my attention. I picked it up, and the first thing at the back of that magazine says, All Nations for Christ Bible Institute, Benin City, Nigeria. I forgot what I walked into that library to do. I asked if this is free. They said it's free. I picked it up, and that's how I got to Nigeria. Destiny help us. I don't know who put the magazine there. I don't know why it was there. I don't know why all of a sudden I walked into that library. But when God is ordering your footsteps, some unnatural things begin to happen. But when you're a child of God, these unnatural things are indicators to you that this is the pathway to destiny fulfillment. I picked it up. I looked at it. I called the numbers on that, but nobody was picking up. Guess what? I read through that. Went to the internet, read through the website of that school, and I learned in that website that they give scholarships to foreign students. And I did my passport, got everything ready. In my early 20s, got everything ready and took off. I'm going to a foreign land. I don't know anybody. I'm heading to Nigeria. I've never been to Nigeria. My mom has seen crazy movies about Nigeria. Has told me this is the worst place to go. Have you seen Karashika appearing from the wall? Have you seen these things? Do not go. But deep in my heart, I knew that destiny helping. This is a season. This is a season of me to make a step. And I cut short my studies in the University of Boya. I knew the right thing for me was to begin with God. That accounting degree I wanted to pursue, I told myself I will pursue it someday. But right now, so I don't get distracted, I need to follow this path right now. My family gathered and they say, you know what? You say God has called you. If God called you, God bless you. Let me tell you. When you are in the spirit and you are following your destiny helping connections, some things will not look right to people. People may not understand you. Family members may not understand you. Sometimes close people to you may not even understand you. But you need to be so connected that you don't need an understanding of a man to be able to fulfill your destiny. You need a connection to the spirit to fulfill your destiny. We don't go by sight. We go by the Spirit. My father told me that from this day, I have disowned you. I have disowned you. Because you cannot say God has called you. How does God call people? When did you hear that voice? How did he call you? Where is God? He did not understand. And I left. And I went to Nigeria. Listen to how destiny helping worked. I got into that car, was driving through the state, heading to Benin City, Nigeria, close to 1 day journey from where I was to the school. And I got to the school in the weekend. There's no session. And security officer took me to temporary residence. Monday morning, they took me to the administrative office. I need to pay my fee. I need to do all these things, get registration, find out what is going on with scholarship. The money I have with me, police officers are taking the money all the way. Nothing is left. I'm just myself. But guess what? God had already identified a destiny helper among the administrators waiting. Every junction of your life, if you're in the will of God, has a destiny helper. Amen. When you get to that junction, they are waiting. They take you from that junction to the next level. Take you from that junction to the next level. But you have to be connected in the spirit. Monday morning, I walk in there. You think I'm big? I used to be very tiny. I used to be very, very tiny. So when I walk in there, 3 administrators sat there. I walked in there and they were speaking the Hausa language. And they said, have you registered? So I told them that I'm coming from Cameroon. I don't have money. I'm seeking for a job on campus. I want to do work study. Give me a job on campus to clean toilets or do something. But I just want to attend school. Then they spoke in the Hausa language and said something that later, when I found out, they were saying that, oh, this guy, the way this guy looks, this guy is surely from the north of Cameroon. He must be a Muslim or something. You know. So they conspired among themselves for good. Destiny helping. Destiny helpers, sometimes they don't know that they are destiny helpers. Because God is working through them. Amen. And they say, you know what? Let's give this guy full scholarship. So for my 2 years and a half in that school in Nigeria, I did not pay a dime. They gave me full scholarship, meals and everything, boarding, dormitory, everything from the beginning to the end. I did not pay a dime. That is destiny helping. I sat there, did not pay one thing. All I needed to do is just to buy my books. Every Saturday I will go dig some toilet somewhere and come and buy my books. It's not a problem to me. Amen. That's how God works. Destiny connection. And few months to graduation, I've gone to Abuja for training. I've gone to Abuja for practicals, and I've come back. And I'm asking myself, okay, what is the next level? God, speak to me, what is the next level? And after refectory in the evening, I walked into the dormitory room of a fellow brother. And when I walked in, there was also a package, an envelope, a sealed big envelope on top of his table. And he has put a plate on top of that envelope. So when I walked in, he carried the plate, he was eating something. My eyes fell on the plate. He carried the plate, and my eyes fell on what the plate was standing on. And I saw the Christ for the Nations Bible Institute, Dallas, Texas. So I asked him that, what is this? He said, no, I don't take it. If you need it, take it. That became my highest breakthrough, that envelope. I picked up that envelope. I went back to my room. I opened it up. It was an application package for full scholarship for any foreign student. I sat down. I filled the whole of that application. I did everything. I needed to mail it to Nigeria. I went and dug some more toilets, got some money, trekked for miles, and went to the city to go to the post office, and I mailed in that package and applied for scholarship. And I laid my hands, I prayed, and I mailed it, and I forgot. Put my email. And one day,